Welcome to the third workshop in your fourth module of Foundations of Creative Wellbeing. I've called this workshop Mindful Making in Relationship. So in the first workshop of this module, we did the self-collage and used that as a way of connecting the different parts of ourselves all together on one page. In the second workshop, we did the activity about creating an art-based response. So relating to somebody else's artwork and using that as a starting point to have a dialogue and a conversation and maybe even learn something more about ourselves as well. So in this third workshop, and I call this activity My Treasure Chest. So in this third workshop, we're using the box as a metaphor for yourself, and the box, like you, has an outside and also an inside. And so we're going to use the box to really think about our relationships with the resources that we have in the outside world and outside ourselves, and also the resources and qualities that we have inside ourselves. So the resources that we have outside ourselves that you might like to start reflecting on already are just asking yourself, like, what are the things that I have in my life that help to keep me happy and connected and strong? So there might be people like your family and friends, and also your animal people like your pets or other animals that you're friends with. And there might be also connections that you have with people who are no longer with us, people who you love. And there might be things in the community that give you a lot of strength, like places that you love to go, things that you love to do, and that kind of thing. So all the things that are outside yourself, that are your resources, the things that keep you strong. And also starting to reflect on the things that you have inside yourself. So as I mentioned, these can be qualities that are inside you, things like creativity, for example, and there are also other qualities like caring and courage and honesty and love and kindness and humour. So things that are a bit less tangible, that are really important to you, and I guess reflect your values and in that way who you are. And there's also space inside the box for anything that really needs to be kept safe. So that might be a part of you or something about you that's maybe a little bit more vulnerable than the other parts, and that needs a safe container to rest in. The tools that we're going to use to make the box, well, it's really up to you. So we've already explored collage, and I would suggest that you can use some collage items and maybe even some paint and some fabrics and things like that, as well as found objects to decorate the outside of your box so that it represents your outer resources. And the same thing for the inside. And you can even, if you want to, use some little found objects, and they might be precious items that are very special to you that might represent those delicate and fragile parts that you want to keep safe. So I might just start by having a look once again through a magazine, and I'm going to start with the outside. I've just been deciding, this is a woman and she's a painter. Where am I going to put her, on the outside or the inside? I thought I was going to put her on the outside, but I'm going to put her on the inside because to me she represents creativity. So I've got my glue again, and I'm going to place her right here up near the top so that when I open the box I see her looking out at me, reminding me of my creativity. There. There. Aww. And I'm going to put this one inside as well, because this one reminds me of the love I have for my children. Right there. Creativity and love, they're very important qualities to me. Let's see what I can put on the outside. Beautiful. I'm choosing this image because I find nature and connection with nature to be a fantastic resource that helps to keep me balanced and well and strong. And there's another great one. It's a picture of fruit. I'm going to put that on the outside of the box because that relates to the things that keep me healthy and nurture my body, my choices about what I eat, and that's also very important to me. There. So you could keep going. You know, I could definitely keep going, and I'm sure that yours will be much more elaborate than this, but gives you an idea how to start. So on the inside of my box here, I'm just going to create, I'm going to create a soft place. So I'm making a nice soft place in there, and I'll line that with some greenish fabric and some brownish that remind me of the nature inside myself. And the things that I want to keep safe are these really special items here that were given to me by people and remind me of some really important things like my partner and also my sense of belonging and home. So I'm placing them inside the box there to keep them safe. And I invite you to have a lovely time making your own box. Take your time. I've done it quite quickly, but I expect that you'll take a bit more time and maybe even a bit more care. If you want to, you can add fabric and paint around your box, and once again words, and even thinking about at the end, you know, how closed or open do you want the box to be in order to keep those precious things inside safe. And so when you've finished creating your treasure chest, I'll once again invite you to do some reflective journaling, and the questions are really simple. They're, what are the resources that I have in my life outside of myself? What are the resources I have inside me? And what are the things that I need to keep safe that are really precious and maybe even delicate? And how do I keep them safe?